I assume you meant that.
Yes.
You were that close with Jalen.
I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you, but yes, he was exactly who we had in mind, and we, at that time, had a good indication that we'd be getting this done real soon. It's a great opportunity for all of us, and I know no one has not noted it, but that defense and him involved in that defense with the way he leads, it excites me because I had what's the great writer in Boston that died early, a few years back, the one that, Will McDonough. He called me in the early 90s and he said, of all my time in the NFL, I've never called somebody and said, I think you got the best defense and the best offense on the same field. He called it that time. Well, I'm excited that we've got a chance on the field to have those kinds of offense, that kind of defense, but we're doing it with Jalen's kind of leadership. And I notice I'm speaking in plural because we have more than one on the defensive side of the ball, and we certainly have leaders on the offensive side of the ball. At the end of the day, it could really make this group special. And again, I want to reiterate it. It is why we're needing to do the best job we've ever done of negotiating our contracts and making them so that we can do as good as we can about keeping this group together.
It's one thing to say that, as you have, and now you've acted on that. Does that send a different message or reinforce the message you were sending all along?
Well, I know I get kidded about how much I say, but do you think I ever act on anything? I'm kidding. I am kidding. You certainly have to act when you can't just say it all the time. And this, to answer your question, this is doing it. And if given the opportunity to help this team and decrease the pie some more, I'll do it tomorrow and the next day. And you're absolutely right. You're eating up the pie when you make these kinds of decisions. And that's a part of what everybody's looking at when they're getting. But the facts are, you just can't be, as a team, you just can't be operating at the marketplace's idea about what you need to pay a part of this team. It doesn't work. It screws it all up. And so we're not going to make those kinds of decisions.
Have you decreased the pie enough or such that you have to lower your offers, or you don't have to lower your offer to the other guys?
Yeah. But since we're talking about the whole team,
yes.
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, I'm giving you a real honest answer. I don't know. And the problem is you never have the whole thing put together. And so there's enough, I have to overuse the word, ambiguity about where you're going to end up. You don't know. If you would have not gone that far, you'll never know if you had to go that far. And when you went that far, did that cause you not to be able to keep DeMarcus Ware at the end of the deal? So you just don't know. And a lot of moving parts here, and will be. But what you don't go wrong doing is when you get an opportunity to do Jalen Smith, after what you've seen happen with Jalen Smith. This isn't a draft pick. We're talking about somebody here that has really had a big accounting of what he's all about. You got an opportunity to nail that one right there, you do that, in my mind.
You think what happened today might prompt?
I don't know about that. I would hope that it would encourage, as much as I'm encouraged, that we're going to do, we're doing a good job of keeping our best players together for this team. I would hope that that's pretty obvious. I want our fans to know that. This is a really good move for keeping the best parts of this team and having it out here competing.
You obviously had enough of an inkling that this deal was going to get done to kind of hint at it a week or so
Yes.
ago. Do you have that same kind of feeling you had about this Jalen deal about any of your big three?
No. No.
What's your reason for
That's my-
the optimism?
Well, again, I hate to be redundant, but why didn't I say this deal a week ago is because you never know until it's done. And so you're speculating. And so I'd be speculating on any reasons why. You just never know until it's actually done.
Were you surprised that you got it done so quickly?
No. These things, candidly, once you get it all in front of you, shouldn't be all-day deals. I mean, they really should be done a lot quicker than they are. You're getting toyed around with.
Jerry, you've been ridiculed a lot for some of the risks that you've taken, especially on second-round picks. Given that you hit it so big with Jalen, obviously deserve a lot of credit for the faith you showed in him. How do you feel about that on a personal level, that he sort of endorsed and lived up to everything you expected?
I feel very good about it. You won't, if you take risks, you really won't, and you have it assessed right, then you want a bigger than normal payday, figuratively speaking, not specifically. But if you take risks, you want an inordinate return, and we got it right here. But this is worth taking some risk over again.
You talked about Jalen getting it, and I know you were referring to the business part, the off-field
Yes.
opportunities, and he's started like the entrepreneurial fellowships and things like that. Have you ever had a player that is as business savvy or forward-looking at such a young age?
Well, you see what I call instincts, but that so often is merely work. It's merely, you give a lot of credit to some kind of gift, when really it may be that they just work hard at it, they try, they put a lot on their plate. I mean, Jason's been doing a lot of things. Think about it. He's been going to school, he's been rehabbing, he's been preparing to play the games with the team. He's a busy boy. He's a real busy guy. He's got a lot of irons in the fire. And when you see somebody that does it, they do it efficiently, they do it aggressively, and by the way, they are happy in their work, and that's a happy guy right there. And not just because of the very reason we're talking about. He generally has a glow, and he has a glow sometimes when you shouldn't be glowing. He was really fighting it to get that drop foot back right, and do those things, and he wasn't getting any encouragement either, real encouragement. So, boy, you got to give that the proper notice. And I would say this, because he's so young, he's got such a future, individually as well as what he can do for the Dallas Cowboys.
Zeke's agents expressed unhappiness with the Zeke joke. Have you talked to them at all since then? And any response to that at all?
Look, I've earned the right with Zeke to joke. Period.
Right.
I've earned that.
So, have you guys had any conversations since then at all?
No. But let me be real clear about it. I've earned that right to joke.
Jerry, how do you balance contract? It's not something any meaningful discussion with them about contracts.
Again, I said no, I haven't talked with Zeke.
Jerry, how do you balance the need to get all the important players in line on the contract, and I guess the timing of it all, with the importance of Zeke to the offense? You know, it's sort of a tough balancing act, isn't it? You know?
Well, I have never equivocated on Zeke's, the quality of player he is and his importance to us. And so I don't equivocate on that at all. But the team takes precedent over, and that is my judgment. The team takes precedent at a point over the opinion or the demand of the individual. The team takes precedent. This was a team move that we are talking about today, a real team move. The team takes precedent.
Are you confident that the other
And,
three?
and I've got the backbone to keep the and to keep the keep it that way.
Are you confident that Zeke, Dak, and Amari will also be willing to take team-friendly deals?
Who?
Are you confident that
I'm,
those
I'm
three-
not. I wouldn't speculate on what's in somebody's mind at all about that. But the way to get this done is people to have a little more to have thought about team, and that's certainly in Jalen's mind. It's a good example.